Halloween, Internet! This week I'm going to be talking about applying for a PhD. The name's Bond. James Bond. Oh no, my beard! If you want to learn more about the horrible things that transpired upon my face, click here! So, doing the rest of this in costume, how to apply for a PhD. There's several methods. Number 1. Know a professor. If you're lucky enough to have this happen to you, it is the easiest method. It tends to happen when you're doing your final year project on your undergraduate degree. If your work's good enough, you might catch the eye of an academic, and then he might just offer you a PhD. I also hear tell of someone who got drunk in a bar with their supervisor, and now they're doing a PhD with them. But in general, this is quite rare, and often frowned upon by the universities. Number 2. The normal application process. If you're considering doing a PhD, now is the time to be properly looking. The majority of PhDs start in September, and they look to interview around February, which means their deadlines are during October, November and December. There are many websites around. It helps to have a fair idea of what you want to do, and then you can start looking at different universities much as you would with an undergraduate course. And maybe you'll find a PhD offering what you want to do. In general, you'll be looking at specific topics and deciding whether they align with what you want to do. Though as I mentioned previously, there's now DTC PhDs, where you pick a general research area and then spend about 6 months doing effectively a shortened master's, before deciding on your topic. Once you've found a PhD you're interested in, look at the university's application procedure. Often the first port of call is sending an email to the academics in question, and they'll usually point you in the direction of the proper application procedure and give you more information about what the PhD itself entails. This can seem a little daunting, but once you've got a draft professional letter, you can always tailor it to each university and academic. Don't worry yourself if you haven't got a first or you haven't got a master's. It's not necessary. If you can show at an interview that you're a good enough candidate, it won't matter. Before I started my PhD, I'd only achieved a 2-1 in a BSc, so you definitely don't need to worry. Hopefully, if all goes well, you'll get shortlisted, and then you'll be invited back for an interview, which I'll discuss in a future video. Number 3. The other main method I've heard of is doing a PhD while you're in industry. This is seen as part of your continuing personal development in some companies, and is often undertaken by medics who want to become registrars. These either happen by you taking out the 3 or 4 years required to finish your PhD, or can be done part-time alongside the job. Methods for applying for these vary, and you have to look into the different career pathways available where you work. So in conclusion, if you want to do a PhD, make sure to do your research on the university and the course, and then apply. Just like with applying for jobs, you may get some rejections, even from ones you're really interested in. But that's okay. If you keep trying, you will get onto a PhD course. The PhD I've ended up doing is actually the last one I applied for, but it's been an enjoyable ride so far, and the end is nearly in sight. If you're enjoying my videos, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Once again, if there's anything you want to know about doing a PhD, make sure to comment down below and I'll make a video about it in the future. See you next time. If you're worried about my lack of beard, make sure to check out my video where I shaved it off. By clicking on my face. It wasn't just for a Halloween costume, it's also for a good cause, as I'm raising money for Movember. You'll find the link here, and also down in the doobly-doo.